Hello and welcome to the Two Robbies podcast, your destination for in-depth discussion and analysis of the Premier League. I'm Robbie Mustoe, he's Robbie Earle, and we're joined today by Chris Richards, a special podcast episode this week where Chris talks about his life in England, playing with Crystal Palace, and of course he's a very important member of the US men's national team, and his thoughts on the upcoming World Cup of next season. Here's our conversation. It's been quite the past few months for Crystal Palace, winning the FA Cup, beating Liverpool in the Community Shield. How have these results kind of affected the football club in general?
Yeah, I mean, it's given us a lot of confidence. We beat two of arguably the best teams in Europe over that span, and we won 2 trophies in the process. So it's given us a lot of confidence going into the season, knowing that we've had some big results. And also, I think off the back of last season, we want to start a bit better. I think at this point last year we were struggling a bit, so we wanted to kind of change the stigma that Palace teams start slow, and we wanted to just start doing really well this year.
Chris, 2025 has been a great year for you. You've established yourself as a starter for Palace. You're a starter in the US men's national team. What are the biggest factors behind this success that you're getting now?
I had a daughter this year, and that was something that really kind of changed my focus. It showed me that I have a bit more to do. I want to make sure that she's set for life, so it really made me focus more on the pitch. But also I think it's just kind of this togetherness that we have here at Palace and with the national team that I've kind of seen over the last year. I think we've all grown, not just as people but as players, and I think when those two kind of values align, I think you can really create something special. So, I think with Palace, we've worked years for the moments that we had last season, and again, I think we started off the season really well, and it's just been off the back of a lot of hard work, and same with the national team. We have a new coach with Mauricio, and he's taught us a lot of new values, and we kind of took them on and just tried to do our best with it, and I think we're also reaping the benefits of that.
Chris, got to ask you about the manager, Oliver Glasner. It seems like he's had such a positive, tremendous impact on you and your career. I guess double-barreled question, what's he done that's really helped you in your game, and how important he's been for you? And generally on the team, how has Glasner really molded this team in with his style?
Yeah, so when the gaffer came in, I think I was still playing the 6 role, which let's say isn't necessarily my favorite position, but yeah, when he came in, he's like, I want you to play your natural position. I've seen you do it for years in Germany, so just do what comes natural to you. And honestly, he didn't tell me too much. He knew that I already had it inside of me. It was just a matter of it coming out. And so it was kind of the silent confidence that he gave me personally. But then with the team, it's the verbal confidence. It's something that. From day one, he came in and said that he wants to change the DNA of the club. He also wants to win trophies, and he's a very ambitious person, not just around here, but also in life. And he also tries to tie in life lessons to every training, every game that we have. But he's been great for the club, great for us individually, and I think it was the perfect fit.
Chris, when Oliver Glasner came in, he's brought in a system, 3 centre backs. Not many teams play, and teams have struggled. So you've done it so well, so seamlessly. What's the secret to that back 3 and the relationships and how it works?
Yeah, being aggressive. I think that's been the number one thing. I think when people think of a 3 in the back system, they think of it being more defensive, but it actually allows you to get more pressure on the ball if you play it right. So. The one thing that he's always told me and Mark, especially being the outside of the 3, is that you have to step in the midfield sometimes. You have to be ready to press. And I don't know if you watch Danny Munoz that much, but he's a madman when we're pressing. So it's definitely a lot of me following after him and trying to pick up the scraps if any get past him. So again, I think it's just a matter of being aggressive. I think that's been the number one thing that he's told me and Mark is that. If we want to get pressure on the ball, if we want to win the ball a lot, that me and him have to step in the midfield and just go hard.
Now, you were born and raised in Alabama, an area much more invested in American football. What drew you to soccer? And secondly, how hard was the path to the pros?
Honestly, my family signed me up for soccer when I was really young because I was just an energetic kid, and I think it was the only after-school program that was available. And just little by little, I started to love it a little bit more. And then eventually I made a trip to Argentina with kind of my regional team. And it was the first time I saw a professional match. I was at 16 years old. And I came home from that trip and I told my parents that that was all I wanted to do for the rest of my life was play soccer. And at that point I was playing basketball and I was, I was doing a few other things, but it was tough for my family to hear that. And they knew that at that point I needed to be in a different environment, because there were no professional kind of alleyways in the U.S. So that's when I eventually moved to Houston and then on to Dallas. And it was tough. It was very tough, for me to kind of try to find my way into the professional game. And like I said, there were no academies near me growing up, so I had to move 10 hours away from home to kind of chase that dream at 16. And it was very beneficial, but a lot of long days, long nights, and finally I got my break at 18 with FC Dallas. But even then, once I signed my first professional contract, I went on loan to Bayern and went on to play for the under-19s, and then had to kind of find my way into European football. So it was tough. It was very tough, but it was something that I knew that I wanted to do from the age of 16.
Was that moments, Chris, when the others around you or coaches or youth clubs doubted your ability and doubted you'd ever be kind of at that level to make a career out of it?
Definitely, especially in Alabama. I was the only kid playing soccer at my school, if I'm being honest with you. So I think that was one of the toughest things, is that people around me didn't quite understand the pathway that I wanted to go on. And even when I left home, I was still going to a regular public school, and kids didn't understand what I was doing there. But I kind of have always been okay with taking my own lane, so I didn't let it deter me too much. But no, I've had coaches and teachers, tell me that I'll never become a professional soccer player. I'll never become a professional athlete at all. But it just kind of gave me motivation to strive for more.
Fascinating story, Chris, and well done for you for sticking to it. You're now a hero to many American kids who see the likes of yourself, Tyler Adams, Anthony Robinson, Brendan Aronson, all playing in the Premier League. I kind of wonder, when you're overseas, do you have a bit of a WhatsApp group? And what do you do at Thanksgiving? Do you get together? Do you do it personally? Is there any kind of getting together with Thanksgiving coming up?
I wish we did a Thanksgiving party or something like that. But no, I think a few of us are too far away from each other to do something. But to be fair, last year, actually, we did do something with Matt Turner. It was me, Matt, and Jedi, and all of our families came together, and we had a big Thanksgiving dinner. But now this year, I don't think it's going to happen. But we might have an early one at November camp for the national team. But we don't really have a group chat, but we just, if we see something stupid on Instagram or Twitter or something, we'll just send each other a text. And or if somebody scored a goal, like Brennan's goal on the weekend was insane. So we like to send congrats when congrats are due, but not quite a group chat now.
Talking of the national team, Chris, with 8 months to go to the World Cup, how would you summarize the state of the US men's national team right now?
Exciting. I think it's very exciting. We've had some good results over the last few months, and again, we're still trying to learn a new system, but it's a system that gives us a lot of confidence when it works really well. So I think we're still learning each other, still learning, like I said, new coaches, new system, but really excited for what's to come. We've had some good opponents, and we also have some good opponents coming up. So I think the sky's the limit for us, especially playing in a home World Cup. It's something that we're really looking forward to, and we want to put our best foot forward when it comes to playing at home. So we're looking forward to next summer for sure.
I've got to put you on the line here, Chris. It's a home World Cup. What's success going to be for the US next summer? What do you need to do for this to be a successful campaign?
Yeah, I mean, I think every competition you go into, you want to win. So, I mean, of course, we want to win the World Cup next year, especially with it being on home soil. But I think one thing that we really want to do is inspire the next generation to do whatever. We want to show them that anything's possible. And I think off the back of the last World Cup in the U.S., it kind of started the MLS. And so I think the sky's the limit for what we can inspire people to do after this World Cup. But we have to go out there and give them something to cheer for, give them something to be inspired about. So if you ask me personally, I want to win the World Cup next year. And then whatever happens, happens. But I know in the process, we really want to inspire people.
Chris, just last one from me. Of course, me and Robbie came from the UK to the US. We love it. We've been here a very long time now. Go on, give us some differences, some frustrations about an American living in the UK.
Driving here sucks, I'll tell you that. It's no fun. I don't like roundabouts. I don't like right-hand drive. I don't like bus lanes. Oh, congestion charge. Got a few tickets for those. Paid them though, so don't worry. I think those are very tough. Let's see.
What about the food?
What about roast dinner? What about a Sunday roast, Chris?
Yeah, a Sunday roast is nice, but it just reminds me of Thanksgiving, like on a Sunday, you know. So it's not something that you can do all the time. But I understand the lore behind it, you know, being around family and friends and having that day of the week. So I do appreciate that. But the weather, the weather here is just not it. It's not it at all. I miss my
You're
Sunday
turning into
Alabama.
a Brit. They always moan about the weather.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Listen, mate, thanks so much for your time. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Good luck for the rest of the domestic season, your season in Europe, and most of all, obviously, the big World Cup coming up next summer.
Yeah. Good luck, Chris.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you all. Pleasure.
Thanks so much to our special guest, Chris Richards. It was great to hear him talk about how far he travelled to play football as a youngster, Palace's ambition in the league and in Europe, and the US men's nationals team, their chances in next year's World Cup. Keep an eye out for more Two Robbies special podcasts coming up in recent weeks. But for Mustoe and myself, it's bye for now.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host of NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock.